is going on, everybody, and welcome back to TCG Madness. In today's video, we're going to be opening up our second booster box of Altered TCG. This is the Kickstarter exclusive booster box. I'm very excited to crack open this box today. Before we go any further, if you guys can just do me the really big favor right now, while I have your attention, please hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to also hit that notification bell so you guys never miss when I drop a video. Don't forget to also comment, share, do all that great stuff. I really would appreciate it. If for nothing else, at the very least, if you could just, at the very least, hit that like button, if for nothing else. Now, before we get into this booster box opening, I do want to go ahead and share two unique tools that can help you and guide you through everything Altered TCG related. In case you are somebody who's watching this video and you want to get into this game, you're like, man, I really like what it looks like, but man, I didn't back the Kickstarter. Is there any way that can maybe someone who's brand new to maybe seeing this for the first time, second time, maybe even third time, and you're like, okay, now I really want to get into this. What are a couple of tools that you would recommend that can help you guide you through Altered TCG? I'm going to show you at least two tools, one of them being their actual website that you can create a free account and see a full card catalog. This is also even someone who's maybe who also did back the Kickstarter but didn't know these tools were even available. The second tool I'm going to show you is Boardgame Arena, and that is an easy way to just go ahead, sit down in front of your PC, and even I believe it's also an app that you can use for Android and iOS that you can just sit down, play for absolutely free. You can play all the starter decks for absolutely free. It costs you nothing besides maybe create an account. You can also play as a guest. But again, it's just an easy tool that you can use that can maybe help you finally say to yourself, okay, I want to get deeper into this card game. I want to see what else this card game has to offer me. And don't forget to also check out Flipside Gaming. There will be a link down below in the description box for all of these tools, including Flipside Gaming, that they still have available pre-orders for the unlimited version, and you can still pre-order and purchase some Kickstarter exclusive booster boxes. They are going to run you, though, about $170 to anywhere between about $200. The non-Kickstarter version of the booster box for Altered TCG, you can still pre-order, comes out September 18th, and they're a little bit on the cheaper side. They're running about $93. Great place, no sponsorship, but I'm just going ahead and giving a huge shout out because they actually offer some of the best pricing out there. So with that being said, let me go ahead and show you guys the first tool being Altered TCG's website. All right, now the first tool I do want to show you, and there will be chapters, so if you just want to skip if you want to skip ahead to the booster box opening, I'll leave a little subtitle, but there will also be chapters. You guys can skip right to the booster box opening if you're not interested in seeing this. But for those of you that are interested, and if you're brand new to Altered TCG, this is a great tool to use. This is altered.gg. And if you type that in, or even if you type in alteredtcg.com into Google, this will be the top thing that come up. This is their actual website. You can create an account absolutely free. This is also what you're going to want to do for all of the cards that have the QR codes. You're going to want to scan those cards, especially the unique cards, right? And you want to add them to your collection. But the really cool thing about this entire website is it does this. Let's just, for example, Foundry Engineer. You can go ahead and click Access Details, and it will show you every single version that is not unique, by the way. I'm talking the rares and the out of faction rares that you can find in this set. It basically has their complete catalog of cards from the first set Beyond the Gates, and you can see it all right here. You can click on the ones and it'll show you exactly what it looks like, all of them right there, the rares, the out of faction rares. It's a really great tool to use. And pretty much you can also see the exact amount of cards. You can see right here it says 1042 results found. In other words, I clicked on cards, I went to all the cards, and these are all the cards that belong to this set. There's a lot of cards. You can see all of them. Like, again, you can click on Tinkerbell, hit Access Details, and you can see all the different versions of Tinkerbell that exist within this set. Of course, this does not include the uniques, because the uniques are exactly that. They're uniquely yours. You can also then hit your collection, and you can see all the cards that you have added. These are all the cards. You can see all of my uniques are in there. I've already started a lot of the out of factions and the rares and stuff like that, because from what I've been told is that you can take all these cards and you're going to be able to use them in mid to late September on Boardgame Arena to build your own decks. Right now on Boardgame Arena, we'll check here in a second, but I believe you can only use the starter decks currently. By mid to late September, all of these cards are going to be access to you that you can then use to build digital decks and stuff like that, and then take those decks and import them over to Boardgame Arena, which is fantastic. Now, again, I keep mentioning Boardgame Arena. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that website right now, and this is a great tool to use if you want to maybe just test out Altered TCG, test out the starter deck, see which one really speaks to you, or if you want to use this tool just basically as a way of saying like, you know what, let me see if I even enjoy this card game first before I spend and drop a lot of money on this. All right, so this is Board Game Arena. Now they have partnered up with Altered TCG. So if you go right over here, BGA right here, and you can type in Altered, you see if I already done it. You can click on Altered TCG or type in Altered TCG right there, and it will bring you to an actual place that you can basically play Altered TCG. All you have to do is just create an account. I believe you can also play as a guest, but then you just hit start, and then it'll search for a player, and then you guys will play a game. You can actually see right here to the right, this is what it looks like. So you can actually watch a game in progress. So maybe, you know what, maybe we'll just do that real quick so you guys can see what the interface looks like. It's gorgeous to look at. It's a really, here, we'll just go ahead, this one's pretty much already done. I'll show you guys a game in progress. There you go. That's a game. This is a game currently in progress. You guys can see it looks beautiful. This is a great tool to utilize to play test a bunch of decks, to also to just play the game in general and see and ask yourselves like, okay, is this game I really want to drop a lot of money on? I'm already, you know, deep into Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, I also play, maybe you also play a Grand Archive or something. You're like, I don't know if I just want to play another card game. I already play Star Wars Unlimited and Flesh and Blood. Do I really want to play another card game? Here's a tool absolutely free to use. And maybe if you don't even want to buy physical cards, you can just play the digital version only. I don't know if Altered TCG is going to be doing stuff where maybe you can have like, you know, do a bunch of challenges. Maybe you get, you know, crack your own digital packs without spending any money on physical product whatsoever. I don't know if that's something that they're going to be doing. There's still a lot of little unknowns. So again, test the deck out, play it, see if you like it. And if you enjoy it enough, highly recommend picking up some cards and stuff like that. It's a great tool to utilize. These are both tools. You'll find all links down below in the description box. Now, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into our booster box opening. All right, so now we're actually here to where everybody, I believe, probably wants me to be, and that is the booster box opening. Again, there were chapters, so you guys could have easily skipped ahead. If you did skip ahead, no worries. For those of you that did not skip ahead, if you watched that intro, I hope you appreciated that. If it helped you guys at all, just please, just simple comment yes or no. That's all. Really would appreciate that. With that being said, now let's go ahead. Enough with the rambling. Now, for this booster box opening, I won't do like I did last time and go through every single card. We're going to go ahead and speed up this process a little bit more this time, and we're just going to look for the uniques. That's all I'm pretty much interested in. Again, if you want to see all the cards that, you know, Altered TCG has to offer, again, just go to their website and you can see every single card. But like I said, for this one, we're just going to go ahead and look for the uniques. I'll go ahead and separate those. Perfect. So we got an Axiom, the Council, we got Sun, Helping Hand, and a Foiler. So, like I said, those tools will help you, you know, if you're interested in getting into Altered TCG. If not, like I said, maybe you just keep watching videos like this and see if you're interested in it. I highly recommend using Board Game Arena for sure. It's probably going to be the best tool. And like I said, their website's also just, oh, there we go already with our first unique. Ozma 3/3 for a 1/3/1. Okay, there's a lot to read on this card. So last couple of uniques that I did pull, there weren't a whole lot on the card itself. This one, not so much. When I leave an expedition zone, if you control one or more landmarks, draw a card. Okay, so we got a little bit of a draw engine. When my expedition fails to move forward during dusk, after rest, create a 1/1 soldier token in target expedition. Now that's much better. Ozma really pulling out a nice, that's a really nice unique rare, and it fits beautifully within that faction. Great card there. Good little token and draw engine right there. And it also has a bottom ability as well that I didn't read, but you can see it. It says create an Order Soldier token in your heroes in Hero Expedition. So helping you advance hero. That's a great card right there. And it fits perfectly with the Ordris deck. Nice already. I'm in love with that card a lot. That's actually might be my favorite unique so far. We also got a Muna. Oh, we already went through these. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, so yes, let me know in the comment section if you guys have been getting into Altered TCG. If you're watching this video, did you guys also back the Kickstarter? Very curious to hear from some of you guys as well. Also, too, let me know what kind of decks you guys are interested in building. I know I can't wait. Ooh, Mana Eruption's a nice one. 2/2 fleeting. Discard one of your mana orbs. If you do, discard target character or permanent. Not bad. Open the gates. Small step, giant leap. Let's see. Target expedition moves forward 1 region. That's pretty powerful right there. We did not see that card. So loving this card game. Definitely started separating all my cards, started getting them into my collection, started putting them on the Altered TCG website. Because it does seem like by the mid to late September, we're going to be able to use all of these cards for the online game, which is fantastic. Don't need to go see all that one. We got a Nancy, Axiom, and Scrambler, Sabotage. 2/4/2, nice. Ordress Carrier, and a second unique. Here we go, pulling some early uniques. A Monolith Archivist. Okay, so we've seen this card last time, but we did not obviously get a unique. Let's see what this card has to say on it. So it's a 3/3 for a 3/3/4. Okay, I have Defender. Interesting. And it also says, discard if you control 2 or more landmarks. Create an Ordress 1/1 soldier token each of your expedition zones. So we are pulling some bangers for Ordress right now. 2 unique cards for Ordress. That is very, very, very interesting. And it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of cards continue to get pulled in the unique section. And how does that also to affect the market? You know what I mean? Because right now, no one's going to be able to put a price on any of these cards, really, right? Like, so far, to my knowledge, too, I have seen other unique cards being pulled and stuff like that. I haven't seen really any unique cards being, like, absolutely busted or broken. You know, nothing that's going to absolutely be like, oh boy, like that just does not seem fair. Nor have I also seen them too being sold for astronomical numbers. If you go on eBay and put in unique Ultra TCG cards, most of them are being sold for around $30, $40. I haven't seen really any other being sold above that, which is good, because I mean that's not something you want to see if these cards are being sold for astronomical prices. But again, we haven't seen any cards that were really busted or broken. That was one thing I kind of had a little bit of a concern with, hearing that, you know, these cards were going to be uniquely made. They were, I think, AI or computer generated. My big fear was, you know, you could see a card easily slipping through the cracks that gets busted. But so far, haven't really seen that. Still early, of course, so you never know. What do you guys think too about these foils being at the front, these leaders foils? See, I wish these leaders that are foiled, I do wish these heroes also had like alternative arts, like maybe like one in every booster box. Like I like that they're foiled, I really do. I just wish maybe one booster box you get at least one of them that were alternative art as well on top of being foil. I think that would have been really cool. Just not seeing that, I feel like that's kind of like a little bit of a missed opportunity, just a little bit, because they can do some really cool. I mean, I like that the fact that they're borderless. I like that they're foil. They look gorgeous foil. But you know, after you pull like your 10th one, you're like, all right, seen that one a million times, I don't need to see it again. I think it would have been really cool to get one of these as alternative art as well. So, but let me know what you guys think. Like I said, we'll be moving a little bit quicker. Ordress Gatekeeper in a rare. Like I said, I'm only looking for the uniques at this point. Like I said, if you want to see the complete catalog of what this card game has to offer, again, head to their website. You can check all those cards out. If you did not pre-order this Kickstarter booster box, if you did not get any, you know, if you did not back the Kickstarter and you're like, man, did I miss my opportunity? No, you did not. Head over to Flipside Gaming, or also to put in Altered TCG booster box and then hit the shopping tab on Google. You'll find a couple of other people also selling them as well. Ooh, a Sun Wukong for Muna. 3/4 for a 2/4/2. Target character gains 2 boosts. Nice, nice. I do like that card a lot. Sun Wukong was a very, very powerful card in the starter decks, for the red starter deck that was. Definitely like them as the faction cards. So to get that as a 2 booster as well, that's pretty good. Sun Wukong is very, very powerful. So happy to get pulled that card. Daughter of Yggdrasil. The Kadrid Yasmir Bastion, Yasmir Stargazer, 2/2 for 2 across the board. When I'm sacrificed, you may have target character gain 2 boost. Not bad at all. And a promo, a Rin and Orchard promo. So that's what I'm talking about. They have the promos, right? Like you see these promos that look really nice. Like how cool would have that been to put the foil card, a foil leader typically right in the front, right? And then halfway to the back, you got like this card, alternative art, promo, foiled, 2024 stamp, all that stuff. I think that would have been really cool. It's a nice promo, and I'm happy to pull it, but I feel like it was just a little bit of a missed opportunity there. It could have added an extra bang to your buck for these packs. Because like I said, after you pull like your 10th pack and you see that foil leader in the front, you're like, all right. I thought it would have been cool. You guys comment down below. Like, see, we already pulled those back to back. So I mean, to me, it kind of loses its lust a little bit. Foundry. Kitsune. Each player may resupply. Like that card. Nancy, Baba Izba, Orders Cadet, and a common foiler. I like to the pack distribution that we do get, the amount of commons you kind of get, and then the rares and the out-of-faction rares. It's a nice split. It's a good, you know, pull rate distribution that you do get. Like I said, what was the last booster box? That's a nice hero right there. That's a really nice hero. I like that. The last booster box, we pulled 7 uniques. So I'll be very curious to see if that's consistent with the second booster box. We already pulled it 2. We pulled 2 pretty early. So I was kind of surprised. So we'll see what else we have to pull here. And like I said, I can't wait. I'm continuing to separate all the cards, getting all the colors organized, because I'm going to be building some decks. And that's what's most exciting about this card game right now, is the amount of deck building opportunities that are going to be in this card game. Obviously just because of the uniques, but also through the out-of-faction rares and stuff like that. This card game is, in my opinion, breathing some fresh life into TCGs. In a TCG world where, well, this one's really stuck. We'll just do it this way. In a TCG world where everything is either meta or anti-meta, I feel like this card game is doing something that is just clearly has never been done, but it's breathing some fresh life into these card games that is desperately needed right now. We are right now, with the amount of card games that are available to us, we should be living in an era of a golden age of trading card games. And instead, I feel like we're not. Because I feel like everybody's kind of doing, you know, a little bit of the same thing. Or if a new card game comes out, the first 2 sets are fantastic, and by the time we get to that 3rd and 4th set, we pretty much just get meta and anti-meta, and there's really nothing else we can do. A couple of card games are doing stuff that's unique. Star Wars Unlimited being one of them for sure. Grand Archive being another one. But this one, Altered TCG, I think is fantastic. And these packs are really stuck together. I gotta get a scissors. Like, usually there's a little lip I can put my thumb through, and this one, not so much. Well, let me know what you guys think too down in the comment section. Do you agree, disagree with me that Altered TCG is breathing fresh life into card games right now? It feels like it's desperately needed. At the very least, it definitely feels like it. I mean, you guys watch, you know, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! You guys know, like, it's just, I can't tell you how many times I scroll through like a TikTok and see Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos, and just watching people do OTKs on the very first or second turn of a card game, and a card game being over in 30 seconds or less. That to me does not look like fun at all. And if you read the comments, I think a lot of people agree. So let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Hey, Rin and Orchard. It's a pretty looking card. We'll just go with that. Here we go. Let's see what else we got here. Common foilers. So we did pull 2 unique rares pretty quickly, which means if the pull rates are the same, right? We got 7 last time, so let's see. Pulled 2 already. Let's see if we can get 5 more. Ordered Spy and a rare foil. That's another thing too. I wonder what those like little, like, what are these for too? I keep seeing a lot of these. You get the rare foiler. I wonder if they're, you know, just single individual cards, like you scan them and eventually you're going to be able to crack a digital pack that has a rare foiler in them. That's my guess. Because when you scan them, it just brings that up. It just brings up rare foiler that you get to add to your collection. There's nothing you can do with it afterwards. So still a couple of questions that need to be answered. Love too that we get 37 packs in a booster box, 36 for the non-Kickstarter exclusive. So at least for us, we get an extra pack, but still 36 packs is really good. Ooh, we didn't see, I don't think we've seen this one. Heavens Bravos. 2/2 resupply. Your character have gain 1 boost. So discard for gain 1 boost. Nice. Or drop a reserve for gain 1 boost. Got it. 3 little pigs. Mighty Jin, Foundry Engineer, and a Maw. Let's see. See if we can pull a unique here in this pack. I feel like we're definitely due for one here. Atlas. This is a good card. I like this card a lot. This is a great card too. Atlas is a 5/5 for 3 across the board, but he has gigantic. In other words, you get his stats on both left and right side. This one's also seasoned, so it's really nice as well. So you get to keep the boost when he goes to reserve. So boosting him up is definitely a good thing. Oh, there we go. I was correct. We were due for a unique. We have Paper Herald for a 1/1 for a 1/0/1. Up to 1 target character gains fleeting. So essentially, this card is like pseudo removal. And then you can also dump it to create a 1/1 soldier token in target expedition. Not crazy good, but you know, hey, we'll take it. Giving something fleeting is really good, especially for a 1-drop. Again, that's a nice little pseudo removal right there. Really like it. I do wish to the uniques. I'm surprised the uniques don't come all foil. We got 1 foil unique last time. I feel like all uniques should just be foil. I don't know why we just gotta, you know, we only get the 1. A couple of things they could do a little bit differently that I personally would do. Like also too, maybe alternate uniques can have alternative arts. I'm a big fan of alternative arts, in case you guys didn't know that. Big fan of alternative arts. Ganesha, Aja. Oh, there we go. Ordris Spy is a unique. All right, let's see what we get here. 3/3 for a 3/3/1. Oh, this is gonna be good here. Let's see what this card says. Okay, so there's a lot on this card. So let's go ahead and take a good look at this card. We have the 3/3 again. We have the 3/3, 3/3/1, and it does say basically anything played from hand, reserve, anything that drops on the field, any triggers of characters facing me don't activate. Their symbols are a little more hard to understand sometimes. Now, real quick, this symbol right here means regardless of where it's played from. So this trigger or activation will activate no matter regardless of where it's played from your hand, reserve, deck, whatever. This means it has to be played from hand. This means it has to be played from the reserve. Still getting used to the lingo and the symbols here. So basically, this says doesn't matter where it's played from the hand or reserve triggers of characters facing me don't activate. In other words, think of Magic the Gathering in hexproof or something like that. Basically, nothing can activate, like pretty much nothing can remove this card. If it's going to hinder this card, does not work. Pretty much really nice card, really nice ability actually. And then this one right here says played from anywhere. If you control 3 or more characters, sabotage. That is really nice. So basically, if we play it from the hand or play it from the reserve, if you have 3 or more characters, you're gonna be able to use this ability twice. The reason why that's really good is because this is Odris, again, another unique card for Odris. And the reason why this is so powerful is Odris creates a lot of 1/1 tokens. So getting 3 or more characters is not going to be that difficult. And again, we pulled our 3rd Odris unique card out of this booster box. We are really loading up on unique cards for Odris. I mean, that's 3 right there. So once again, another very powerful card here. And I'm loving it. I am loving it. So man, I said we were due for a couple of uniques. We ended up pulling just a couple. Really like that a lot. And it looks like we are on the right path too to also pulling 7 unique cards and another unique for Odris. Are you kidding me? Odris is just killing it right now, man. Monolith Legate. It's a 2/2 for a 2/2/2 across the board. When my expedition fails to move forward during dusk, after rest, sabotage. During dusk or after rest. Oh man. So if you do not advance, you are going to be able to sabotage your opponent, which is really good. Again, sabotage, for those of you that don't know, it means get rid of a card in the reserve. It could be your reserve or it could be your opponent's reserve, but usually you target your opponent. And that's really good because there's a lot of decks that want to manipulate that reserve. A lot of cards will take, like Resupply is a good ability that allows you to put cards in your reserve. Again, if you can just sabotage your opponent, they can't play cards out of their reserve, which means whatever they have in their hand is going to be what they're going to have to play with. So that's another good, unique card right there. And again, for Odris is just killing it right now, man. 3 little pigs. Copella, Tanuki, Small Step, Monolith, and a brass bug. Really just, I can't believe we're pulling that many uniques. And it's not really, it's funny too, because it's not really a color I wanted to play. Because it just uses a lot of like, you know, just a lot of like token manipulation, especially with those 1/1 tokens. I'm a much better player with Bravos and Muna. And I'm just pulling a bunch of the uniques for Ortis. But it's very, very nice though. Hopefully I could pull at least maybe a unique or two for either, you know, Muna or Bravos. Even Yasmir would be nice too, you know? Alright. Here we go. Mana Reaping. Monolith. Nothing else. And there's the Monolith Legate. So there's the actual card. And this is an Adafaction. This is an Adafaction. So you can see how different the abilities stack up from uniques. And I like this unique thing that they did. Just something so cool. And it's so fresh. Just pulling a ton of unique cards for Ortis. So here we go. Brass Bug Hub, Hooked, Ortis Cadets. Ordis? I think I'm saying it right. Got myself saying it so many times. I'm like, am I saying it right? Am I mispronouncing? If I am, who cares? Alright, what do we have here? Arjun and Spike. Jean Daok. Aether Shard. Nothing crazy there. Oh, man. Having so much fun. I am going to buy a ton of booster boxes that are not Kickstarter related. Just because, I mean, I honestly, I do wish I would have bought more. I wish I bought a full case, honestly. I think a full case would have been perfect, but just wasn't really sure at the time whether or not I really wanted it. I was going to dive deep down the hole. I played a couple of games on Boardgame Arena, and I was like, they're still going to do unlimited versions of it. And I'm still like, I wish I would have just bit the bullet and just did it. Perfect. These packs are really not like the last booster box. The last booster box, they just came right off. This one, I don't know why two people don't put the little, like, just put a little rip right in it so I can just rip it off, you know? Ratatasker. One of my favorite cards. Can I get a unique Ratatasker? Let's get that. Let's get a nice, unique Ratatasker. I would love that. I love that card so much. Such a good card. Alright, what else do we have here? We only have, I think, like 5 or 6 packs left, so moving along pretty quickly here. We got ourselves Boom, Robin Hood, Lady of the Lake, Achilles, and a Boda. Nice Boda. It's perfect too, because we ended up pulling Kojo and Boda in that pack. So, yeah, look at this. Like, there's nothing for me to really put my finger in. You know? Look at this. Struggling here with these packs. Struggling. Let me ask you guys another question too. What kind of deck are you guys building first? Are you guys going right to Bravos? Are you guys gonna be a blue player for Ortis? Are you guys gonna be green for Muna? Are you guys gonna jump right into Yasmir? What deck are you guys most excited to build and why? You know, is your deck building based on, you know, just because, you know, maybe you pulled a couple of good uniques in a certain faction, you're like, well, might as well build a good deck for this one. Nurture, Loki, Meditation. Ooh, unique Boiler. Very, very curious. I can't wait to see the amount of people that are going to be doing, you know, like deck builds, stuff like that, because we're going to see some very, very cool decks out of this card game just because of the uniqueness and out-of-faction rares and stuff like that. It's just something I'm very excited for, because I love watching other people do, you know, deck buildings and stuff like that. Like, I'm a big fan of just sitting down building multiple decks, and other people who just want to build one very powerful deck. So I'm just excited to see what the community at large is going to do, and what kind of decks are we looking at here. Is it really going to be, is there going to be a type of meta in this card game, or is there going to be, you know, no meta, but there's going to be, like, you know, like certain unique cards just going to be like, man, that card is just so good, gonna have to work around that. Something I'm very excited for. We are, what, 2 packs left? So we got this one and one more. So we are down to the final 2 packs. And nothing there. So let's see if we get one more unique, and we did not get a foil unique. So we did in the first box. Looks like we're not going to get a unique foil in the second box. So a little bit of different distribution in the pull rates. So that's kind of cool. We got ourselves a Tinkerbell, Axiom, Muna, Ordris Gatekeeper, and Quetzalcoatl, and Ordris Recruit. And that is going to do it, my friends, for this booster box opening. We ended up pulling 5 unique cards. And you guys can see them right there. Really, really nice cards. And it's hilarious. 4 out of the 5 are Ordris. That's really funny. So a quick recap of the uniques that we did pull. We ended up getting right there Paper Herald unique, Ordris Spy, Ozama, Monolith, and a Monolith Legate. So pretty good there. I've enjoyed this booster box opening so much. Like, I can't wait for September now for the unlimited version, because I mean, I wanted to buy more, but I think the Kickstarter price right now for these booster boxes are a little too expensive for my taste. So I'm just gonna patiently wait for the unlimited version. I'll probably either do, you know, 3 or 4 booster boxes. I really just might buy a case. I mean, I'm very curious. If there was a price tag attached to these cards, I might do an actual video on a case break and see if whether or not we can profit. Is it worth it to buy a case? But because there's no cards, no prices attached to it, there's no market really attached to it, it's kind of hard to tell. And I don't know if there ever will be a market attached to this, because again, with these unique cards, these are basically like replacing your secret rares and your super rares, right? You get a ton of rare and out of faction rares. I mean, they're easy to pull, they're not difficult. But these cards right here, these are the ones that are difficult, right? These are the cards that everybody's going to be chasing. So it's going to be very curious to see what kind of market ever does get attached to it, because eventually a market will get attached to it, but there's no way around that. All right, so, and if anybody's saying otherwise, then you just don't understand the world we are living in today. There will always be a market attached to it. It's just whether or not people want to spend $30, $40, or $100. What's worth, you know, what's worth what to what person? I don't know yet. We have no idea right now. So until that gets situated, I don't know if they'll ever be on TCG Player. It might be something that might be altered. TCG might have to create a market for this themselves. They might have to create an own website from scratch that you can buy, sell, and trade their own cards for, kind of like Channel Fireball used to do with Magic the Gathering and stuff like that. So very, very interesting stuff to see and where this game ultimately goes and takes us. I'll tell you what though, I'm definitely here for it. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Don't forget to also hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next time.